ஆப்பிள் வேணா பாம்பு. ஓகே ஓகே. என்ன சாப்பாடு செய்யறது உங்களுக்கு? இது செய்வோம் கைஸ். அறுசுவையும் இருக்குது கைஸ் இதில். அதனால் அறுசுவை மிக்க சோறு செய்வோம் கைஸ். 12 செஞ்சு அது ஏதோ பீட்டோன்னு எதோ சொல்லிட்டு
Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing.
என்ன ஃபுட் செய்யலாம்?
Are you already finished cooking?
சாச்சி.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn ale for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academy, you should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without...
So why does this incense...
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power.
Oh.
Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power... Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul and their...
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such...
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archons. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears technically your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
That's relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it...
Whoa, you really...
As a member of the Ritales Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so... Which is why I must turn... If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities, that's why we meditate alone.
Whoa, so now...
Of course I do. However, I believe that being able to see them is a sort of But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god...
What's so strange about...
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality. Yes, if one struggles with anxiety, the fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe I was born into... I studied hard, but then... It was incredible. Back then.
So,
Sorry. If you two are ever in the air, there's no need to be
ரொம்ப
thanking me.
பேசுறா கைஸ் இவனா சத்தியமா கடவுளே.
now that we know Hypatia...
பேக்கன்னு பேசினே இருக்கான். அடா
Think about it, Tainari.
Hey,
Refusing to
இங்க
join
வந்து
is
ஒண்ணும்
tantamount to
பேசினே
burying your head in this. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it
உங்களோட
evident
பொறுப்பு
that
இந்த
such
withering
work is
zones
not a
எல்லாம் நீங்க
lasting
clear
solution to the
பண்றது.
problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you
நீங்க
possibly
இருக்கிறதே வந்துட்டு
refuse?
ஹியூமன்ஸோட
Keep your
ஒரு
emotions in check, Ghulam.
கனெக்ஷனை
Let's at least listen to Tainari's.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications.
I see. Well, I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me.
Tainari, your master is an integral.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite.
Do you mean to tell me
The
that
masters
despite
wanted to
coming
marry
all
your
the way
help
here
and
to...
all that.
If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot...
Tainari, but
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
குலாம்
Tainari, whoop.
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here.
யா
But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was
இந்த
quite...
Very
கதை கேட்க
good.
பேசிட்டே இருந்தாடா
That's right. We went up...
Sorry, I'm afraid...
Well, do you at least...
Let me think.
சுமரு சிட்டில ஏதோ ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் இருக்காங்க
My
so
trips
அதனால
to Sumeru
டைனரியோட
City
help
have been
கேட்டு
fairly
வந்திருக்காங்க
short, and
ஆனா இவன் போக
most of...
முடியாதுன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கான்
Oh, how
ஏன்னா
about
withering
this?
spot அதிகமா
I'll
பரவிட்டு
write you a
இருக்கனால
letter of intro... Also, when you enter
Oh? What?
It's called an Akash,
Oh,
needless to
நம்மள
say.
போட்டுறாங்க guys,
This device...
Great! Next up, Sumeru's... That's right. Tainari, we have something important to...
Yes, she's doing... She knew you two would be...
கோலைக்கு ஒரு
Tainari.
பாய் சொல்லிட்டு நம்ம போக
Farewell,
போறோம் சுமரு
and good
சிட்டிக்கு ஏன்னா இவங்க ஏதோ பேசிட்டு இருப்பானுங்க நம்ம வேலையை பார்த்துட்டு கிளம்புவோம் கைஸ் இங்க இருக்கா
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
Thanks
Thanks for waiting here just
Arigatou
to see us
gozaimasu.
off, Kale. Don't worry about me. And, but I guess now there's no need to... We're probably still gonna worry about your condition. Thank you. That means a lot. Oh? What is it? It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a
ஓ
copy.
அந்த பீட்டா
Yay!
பாக்கெட்ஸ்
Thanks,
ரெசிபி
Kale.
கொடுக்குறாங்க கைஸ்
I
நம்மளுக்கு
hope that whenever you eat them,
அன்பு
well
வரவேற்பு
then,
வரவேற்புக்கு நன்றி சரி நம்ம எங்க இதுக்கு போக போறோமா சுமரு சிட்டிக்கு